So Lauren Boebert tweeted this, and then she got this response. Hey, common ground. She's so f***ing stupid. Every single thing she says, it's so obvious that it's just talking points. It's just red meat, you know, words that are gonna create some type of emotion in the dumbass Republican base that's gonna get them all energized and upset and outraged. Like, she doesn't stand for anything. She just regurgitates stupid alt-right talking points.
Don't come knocking on my door with your Fauci ouchie. You leave us the hell alone.
And now she's one of the faces of the party.
They want to put their hand on the Quran and be sworn in? No. You have to be sworn in on the Bible.
No, you don't, you stupid motherfucker. You can literally be sworn in on a science textbook if that's what you choose.
This clip has the exact same energy as this clip.
You have to swear on a Bible to be an elected official in the United States of America. He alleges that a Muslim cannot do that ethically, swearing on the Bible.
You don't actually have to swear on a Christian Bible. You can swear on anything, really. I don't know if you knew that. You can swear on a Jewish Bible.
Oh, no,
you can
I swore on the Bible. I've done it 3 times.
I'm sure
Jay.
you have. I'm sure you've picked a Bible, but the law is not that you have to swear on a Christian Bible. That is not the law. You don't know that? All right, Ted Crockett was
I don't know. I know that Donald Trump did it when we made him president.
Because he's Christian and he picked it. That's what he wanted to. That's what he wanted to swear in on.
Here's something that's said a lot in YouTube comments, but never said enough by mainstream media. Conservatives are incredibly stupid. We have mountains of video proof.
The whole COVID thing is part of that whole deep state control thing.
I think Fauci is a fraud. And
why is Fauci a fraud?
Because he's not a scientist, okay? And
he's an immunologist. Is that not a scientist?
No.
You can't name the third one?
The third agency of government, yeah. I would do away with the education, the commerce, and let's see, I can't. The third one I can't, sorry. Oops.
Usually it takes 5 years for a drug, and we're doing emergency use, so that's not going through the normal channels.
And Donald Trump was responsible for the emergency use, right? He got it done so quickly.
That's correct. He got the vaccines ready, and what was funny, they were ready before the election.
So if Donald Trump says they're ready, then why should we wait for more trials?
No, there's no way I'm going to take the vaccine.
But Donald Trump said we should all take the vaccine.
That's cool.
But I thought you said you believe everything Donald Trump says.
I do believe everything Donald Trump says.
I don't take a damn aspirin, you know? I don't do it. I'm not doing it. I will not be forced into these drugs where they're gonna kill people.
It's hilarious that conservatives complain about mainstream media having a liberal bias because they are literally too stupid to understand how easy outlets like MSNBC and CNN go on them. Conservatives are the dumbest people in the country, but we still have news networks playing both sides. When do you ever hear news hosts bluntly calling Trump supporters idiots? Never. Sure, they'll sometimes hint at it.
You don't know that?
The entire Republican Party is full of morons like these specimens.
Is there anything that the National Forest Service or BLM can do to change the course of the moon's orbit or the Earth's orbit around the sun? Obviously, that would have profound effects on our climate.
But establishment media refuses to directly say it. Also, anytime right-wingers face even the smallest amount of criticism, their victim complex explodes.
He's made villains out of Americans who chose not to get vaccinated, calling it the pandemic of the unvaccinated. I don't really think that's unifying the country.
That's rich coming from a guy who worked for the shit stain that said this.
They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists.
The sniveling gnome that is Sean Spicer can go fuck himself. Conservatives see the world as black and white because gray areas are too complicated for their brains to understand. Critical thinking is a foreign concept to them. And don't get them started on critical race theory.
What is critical race theory?
Well, I'm not going to get into the specifics of it because I don't understand it that much, but it's something that what little bit that I know I don't care for.
That guy literally just said he doesn't like this thing, but he refuses to talk about that thing because he doesn't understand it. The sense of entitlement from these people, that we should all listen to their opinions, but they also openly don't understand anything about what they're talking about. This needs to be addressed way more by mainstream media and our political leaders, because the morons are growing in numbers. The entire Republican Party has no belief system other than just being trolls. Kyla Frank summed it up perfectly in this video.
What we have on the menu for you today is a delicious example of cognitive dissonance. We have a main dish of the Gadsden Don't Tread on Me flag, paired nicely with the Oh Yeah, Tread Harder Daddy Thin Blue Line flag, and a tiny American flag side dish to not overpower the fascism flavor.
Most of us know how difficult it can be to engage with a conservative. Besides being wrong about most social, economic, and political issues, they often contradict themselves, and it's hard to figure out where they really stand on issues. Disinformation, lack of comprehensive education, lack of diverse environments, closed-mindedness, these are all contributing factors. But this TikToker raised a really good point.
I actually appreciate your comment here and the honesty more than you could ever realize, because it serves as an example of the foundation of right-wing politics, which is nothing beyond poking people, right, trying to harm people, and then getting off on their reactions, their fear, their anger, their emotion, right? So at least you didn't hit me with any BS about, you know, God, morality, saving children, the unborn, because we all know you don't care, because it doesn't actually impact your life in any way whatsoever. So you can just virtue signal about a group that demands nothing from you and act like you're the good person that you're not. So remember to meet the media. Appreciate your honesty.
Ultimately, it goes back to politics being personal. Instead of doing the hard work to unlearn and learn, to discover new things and be uncomfortable, conservatives would rather lose their rights and liberties, all to prove that they're right and we're wrong. There is something deeply disturbing about that. Seriously. How can we progress as a people in this nation if we keep playing tug of war with the people who want to take us back to the 50s? How can we make America great when they're consistently voting for politicians who don't vote with their interest in mind? High gas prices, Republicans voted for that. Baby formula shortages, Republicans voted for that. Lack of a living wage, Republicans voted for that. Top 10 states with the highest rates of poverty, all Republican states. The 10 least educated states, 8 out of 10 red states. States with the highest teen pregnancy rates, 9 out of 10 Republican. States with the lowest minimum wages, majority red states. My point, as much as Republicans troll, scream, and push for their traditional values, they don't have much to show for it. I am begging someone to point to me to a factual source that shows me where a conservative policy actually helped people. I think what conservatives need to realize is that anti-intellectualism and religious extremism is a means to control people. You aren't thinking for yourselves. You're slowly marching everyone off the cliff. Y'all are sheep ready for the slaughter, and things are only going to get worse if y'all keep it up. When you stand for nothing, you fall for anything. And you best believe me, America is on the verge of collapse.